Another question that I chose to add a third video reviewing part B of Module 2 quiz. Identify the dominant tissue within the circle region. And so here you can't tell anything about it, this magnification. You need to zoom in on this, and so that's what I'm going to do. So as we zoom in, we find that there are blue staining structures, and those are nuclei. And then we see that these nuclei, many of them are embedded within the pink acidophilic material. And then you see that the nuclei that are in the eosinophilic material are rather either round or boxcar shape. And then when you zoom down, you can see that there's interconnection here, suggesting there must be branching. What you cannot see readily are striations. So you have to take the pattern that looks like that there are branches between these cells. Like, for example, here's an example of a branching cell right here with the nucleus in the middle. So that fits cardiac muscle. If it were smooth muscle, these nuclei would be very long. If it was striated skeletal muscle, then the nuclei would be always out at the edge of the cell, like this one right here, which is probably a part of a endothelial cell nucleus. So identify the dominant tissue. So it should be cardiac muscle. Okay, so here are the answers that we accepted as correct. Just a minute, I got to pause this to get it. Yes, so here are the answers we accepted. Cardiac muscle tissue, striated cardiac muscle tissue, cardiac striated muscle, and cardiac striated muscle tissue. 50% of the class got the answer correct. The other 50% incorrect. So let's look and see what the incorrect answers were. Well, there were striated skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, fibrocartilage, dense regular connective tissue, myocardium. Again, you've got to understand and remember the criteria for distinguishing one tissue from the other. And this was an example of distinguishing the three different types of muscle that are present in the human body. Smooth muscle with long nuclei in the middle of eosinophilic cytoplasm is tapered, and then striated muscle where the cells are rather cylindrical with the nuclei always at the edge of the cell, never in the middle, and then cardiac muscle where the nuclei are embedded within, but they're short, stubby nuclei, and the cells branch. So even without seeing striations, you could distinguish those, and none of these answers can be considered to be correct.